while we try to. What I want you to do is I just want you to turn around, wave hello, and then forget about that. Just say hi.
Hi.
Right? Now they're invisible. Whoop. They're invisible. If there's one thing that I want everybody to know about today, this is it. I'm going to write it on the board. Signals keep teams together. That's the one thing I really want everybody to remember and to think about. But, you see, I could have come to Path Academy and do a performance because I do all these musical performances. But I said, no, I can't do a performance. So I asked permission from Mr. O'Reilly, some people here. Instead of me performing, I wanted to know if I could get students from Path Academy to come here and for you to do a performance on the instruments. So we are going to do our best to actually perform some music today. Raise your hand if you listen to music or you hear music or not. Who listens to music? Wow, just about everybody. Somebody with your hand up, tell me, where do you listen to music? Where do you hear music? Do you have any music that you like? Or where do you hear it? How many people, raise your hand if you hear music on the radio. Who else is it? Oh, radio. I play music that goes on the radio sometimes. Where's another place somebody listens to music? Where else do you hear it? Oh, what's another place? I think you on the computer. Raise your hand if you've ever heard music come out of a computer. Oh, just about everybody. Wow. Are there any other places where you've ever heard music besides radio and not a computer? What's another place? Besides not radio, not computer, what do you think? MP3s. How many people have heard music come out of MP3s? Wow, nice. Well, you see, I am a musician. That means I play music. I love playing all different kinds of music, but today I brought my favorite instruments to show you and to see if we can play. Raise your hand if you've ever seen an instrument like this before. Oh, you've seen it? How many of you have seen an instrument like this before? How many people have seen an instrument like this? Oh, lots of people. How many people have ever seen an instrument like this? Oh, everybody's seen that one. How many people have seen an instrument like this? You've seen that one. Oh, some people have seen that one. Okay. How many people have ever seen an instrument that looks like this? All right. Well, you've seen all these instruments. Some of you even know about them and all that. But I wonder if you know what they sound like. And the other thing is how we move our fingers to play instruments. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try. In 1 minute, I'm going to try to play every instrument on all the tables. But I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to play them. Your job is to watch my fingers while I play the instruments. And when I'm done, tell me, how many different ways did I move my fingers to play instruments? How many different ways did I play? So don't count out loud, because we want to stay silent so we can hear the music. But silently to yourself, see if you can count how many different ways do I play these instruments called percussion. Okay, I'm going to play, you're going to count. Raise your hand if you're ready for that. Seems like everybody's ready. Okay, very good. All right. Remember, don't count out loud, just count to yourself. Here we go. got difficult to count, didn't you? Yeah. You know, I think I got carried away. I played so many different kinds of ways. Well, some of you who raised your hands if you were counting, you remember I was asking, how many different ways did I play the instruments? How many different ways did I move my fingers? Somebody who raised their hand, how many did you have? 15. 15? Did anybody else get 15? Oh, so, oh, okay. Who else counted? How many did you get? 60? 16. You got 15, you got 16. Did anybody get less than 16? Did anybody get more than 16? What did you get? 18. You know, there were so many different ways. Somebody raise your hand and just tell me, what was one way you saw me playing an instrument? What was just one way? I'm going to make a list on the board because this is getting out of hand. Right here. What was one way you saw me playing an instrument? You know, I can't even remember.